Take a second to imagine that one of the most important people in your life completely forgets who you are and all of the memories that you had together. How would that make you feel? Well, this is the experience that me and my family had with my grandma. My grandma unfortunately passed away from Alzheimer's disease in 2019. There are many reasons on why this woman has impacted on who I am today, and I'm going to share them with you. First, I'm going to tell you about how she influenced my life based off the person that she was throughout the time that I was growing up. Before Alzheimer's took over my grandma's mind, she was your typical grandma figure in any grandkid's life. She was someone that would do anybody for somebody that she loved. But what I remember most about her is that she had a very selfless personality. She was always in a good mood, always loved to go shopping with me and my sister and I for as long as I can remember. Throughout the process of her losing her memory, I learned about the signs of Alzheimer's disease before I even knew it was a disease. I was a lot younger whenever her disease started taking over her mind, so I wasn't really aware of what was going on at the time. I remember one afternoon we went shopping and she could not remember how to start her car. This was really confusing to me at the time because I didn't understand how she could just forget to start her car when she started her car for years. So at this time I was younger, but I realized how serious the illness was when she couldn't figure out how to do something that she'd been doing for years. As this disease progressed within her, I had a realization that people who were not affected by this did not know about it just as much as I did. Since this disease was now affecting somebody that I loved, I took more of an interest in learning about it and what was happening from a medical standpoint. This also made me seek an interest in working in the medical field. My grandma passed away at a young age from this disease. The progression of this disease happened very fast for her, which is a very big reality check for me. Her memory was completely gone many years prior to her death, since the progression of the disease happened so quickly. The disease took many years of her life away before she even passed away, and this taught me a very big lesson, is just do not take the time that you have with your family and your friends for granted. Now that I've told you about how she's affected me as I grew up, I'm going to share with you how she influenced my life today. Once my grandma passed away, I decided to use my experience and what I had learned about these diseases to help other people that are being affected or have a family member being affected by them. Taking care of my grandma taught me to have patience with people with this disease. Having the knowledge of what was happening to somebody affected me having frustration as a caregiver. I started a role in an Alzheimer's and dementia unit a few years after she had passed away. And because I had experience with my grandma, I knew about the frustration and how to handle that with someone that was not actually aware of what was going on with someone in that position. So because of this, I was able to help educate others that I work with that didn't have as much experience with the disease that I did. Watching my grandma's disease affect how my mom was mentally taught me to take care and comfort family members of someone that is affected by this disease. I was able to relate to family members that had a loved one affected by this disease, which enabled me to show true empathy for people that were affected by this. I was able to help prepare the family for future stages of this illness that may not be educated or aware of what was going on. I plan to pursue a career dealing with people affected by this disease. Some people get a job just to make money, and some are there to do more than that. And I think that if you work in healthcare, in order to be good at your job, you have to be passionate about it. Helping these people brings me happiness, and it makes me feel closer to my grandma, which is why I currently plan and continue to spend my time taking care of and helping people with this disease. In conclusion, I've explained how my grandma has influenced my life as a person, as well as affected her as being a victim of Alzheimer's disease has had on my life. Alzheimer's is a terrible disease and it affects very many people. When I was younger, I had no idea that my grandma's disease would play such a big role in my life and potentially affect my career for the rest of my life. So, unfortunately, whenever you watch someone that you love go through something like this and how it affects your family, it changes you and it changes your life.